Hi, I'm Deb Shannan. I'm a photographic artist who likes to work with mainly botanical subjects and botanicals in landscapes. I do enjoy working mostly with alternative processes, the historic process of cyanotypes and printing in platinum palladium. I'd like to introduce Lily, my mentee. Lily, could you go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Lily Johnson. I'm a junior from CRMS, and I mostly draw and paint, but mainly drawing. And I hadn't really worked with photography of any sort before I met Deb, but once we got started, our styles seemed to flow really well together, and I learned a lot from her from like just the first few days.
So this is the Claudette Carter Art Mentorship for 2022. And in the mentorship, we collaborate together as a budding artist and a professional artist. And we have worked together on a project that primarily came from an idea that Lily had. And I've acted as both a supportive role in terms of creative ideas and technical expertise. How did we collaborate? You want to talk about how we collaborated with the process in terms of meeting and?
Yeah. So we started our meetings from like Zoom calls and FaceTimes because she was out of town in the beginning of the project, and we started just by getting to know each other's styles, figuring out how the other one worked. And then we started brainstorming together, and I think one of the most helpful things was Deb had me write down a list of words that I associated with, well, each of my pieces is based on past, present, and then future, so she had me write out lists of words relating to each of those. And I think that was kind of a springboard to getting started on the actual project. And Deb taught me how to do cyanotypes, how to stain them, and kind of just helped direct my work and refocus it at times, keep me on track, keep me on the time schedule that we had to be on.
Right, right. And we ended up certainly using Zoom and FaceTime quite a bit, but we also met at the Art Base and used the facilities here at the Art Base, and we were very thankful for having that space. That really helped. But the one thing that Lily had mentioned to start off with, we had I think that brainstorming session right at the very beginning was really insightful in terms of understanding each other's work and work processes as to how we tackle a project. But also it was fun coming up with, as you said, the vocabulary as well as sort of some artistic ideas to move it forward. Do you remember how we came up with the idea initially that we talked about?
I don't remember it like fully, but I mentioned wanting to do something kind of past, present, and future. And then I'm pretty sure you brought up the idea of bringing my family history into that and to kind of using my family as the tool for storytelling. And from there, I started gathering old family photos, other things that I'm forgetting the names of, like wills, land deeds, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I really do like the piece that when we talked about that incorporating your family into the project, and how we were able to use a historic photographic process in order to bring the story about your family members who came from Alaska and spent time during the gold rush. Would you like to elaborate just a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my grandmother is Native Alaskan, and her family's been up there for, I don't even know how long, but a while. And I'm pretty sure my grandfather's family came over from Ireland, and I don't know where they met, but it was at the time of settlers and miners, and when all of that was happening. And my grandpa is super into keeping like family records, just going through all of the generations, and so he was super helpful in obtaining old pictures and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And I think that, as I say, that it was really nice to have that connection where I had done the historical processes and you were able to incorporate those into that first piece.
Yeah.
And then do you want to talk a little bit about, so that was your past and that was fairly evident, and then how did that move into your piece about the present? You want to explain?
Yeah. So for the middle piece, the picture on my right, the camera's left, is my sister, and then up in the corner is me, kind of representing the present generation of my family, where we're at now. And I put the mirror in there to reflect the viewer as they see the art, to kind of pull them in. So it's like fully in the present, in this moment, this person is seeing this and they are part of it being seen. And the people along the bottom kind of symbolize the, search that everyone goes throughout their lives, finding their place, finding what to do, and that same search that I'm currently going through as a high schooler. And it's kind of subtle, but the mountains in the background of the past connect to the present, connect to the future, which I thought was a cool little detail.
It is. And then how does that lead into your view of the future and your final piece?
Mm-hmm. So originally I wanted the future piece to be kind of more high-tech, everything went right, and we veered off from that, as you can see. I took the more, realist approach of the impact of climate change and how our modernization and constant expansion of cities and stuff is damaging our world. So it's the same landscape as the past piece. The mountains are the same. It's supposed to take place in the same area, but it's completely dried up. There's dead trees, completely subsidized, I believe is the word. And there's pictures of past things in my life that I won't be able to access anymore if this is the future we go into. Especially this picture. This was taken up at a camp that I go to in Canada. Gorgeous trees, gorgeous lakes. And if we keep progressing in the way that we are without trying to fix climate change, fix everything that's going on in our world, I know that I'm going to lose that along with so many other people. So I really wanted to capture that in that piece, in the last piece.
Mm-hmm. And absolutely, that's what it speaks of. So what would you say was your biggest takeaway from this experience?
I think I definitely learned how hard it is to manage time. Both of us had very strange time schedules throughout all of this. We were both gone for considerable portions, which meant the time I did have, I had to spend really wisely and really focus in and prioritize myself. And I think that kind of opened up my mind to what it is working as a real professional and somebody who's in the business. Because at school, I don't know, it's just finish whenever. But this was on a very, very tight schedule, and I think it definitely helped me learn the time management.
Right, yeah. Right. So what do you how do you feel like your work as an artist has moved forward?
From this mentorship, I definitely think I learned like so many new skills. Majority of words are hard. Majority of the techniques I used, I had never even experimented with before. And so I think those are really good building blocks to have that'll definitely enhance my art. And right now they're just base skills, but photography and the different methods of printing is something I'd actually really like to get into because of you. So I think that'll definitely be showing up in my work in the future.
Good, good. Well, I think you've done an awesome job of what really struck me when I saw the finished pieces is the consistency of style that you have as it comes across, and your use of the color shift from this cool past into this warming future. And I love the integration of the historic photographic process that you use, and then particularly as you burn the edges of these pieces, just continues to enhance the feel of that olden times. So congratulations, Lily, on your first big exhibit, and we'll look forward to seeing some more good work from you.
Yeah, thank you, Deb.